All right, we just finished the draft. We're here with baseball expert Al Bags. We're gonna go over the draft. There's some horrible teams out there. You
There's
agree,
some
Al?
really horrible teams
There's
out
some
there.
bad teams.
I mean, there's some bad teams out there. Bad. I mean, bad.
I don't even know if some of these guys were
Except
paying
for my
attention.
team, of course. No, no, I don't know what they were doing actually. But
You know, it went fast, but that's not always a good thing with
yeah,
some
I
of these
think
guys.
half these guys had their eyes closed when they were making their picks. So
Yeah.
it's either that or they just put it on auto draft because this is pathetic. I mean, if I don't run away with this league again this year, this is going to be an investigation because this is awful.
I should probably call the cops right now
You
because
could.
you stole this thing.
Piece of cake.
It'd probably be me and you in the finals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is some,
Well, let me determine that. We go
Yeah.
through some of these teams here, and I think you got a pretty bad team too, but we'll get there.
How about if we just go alphabetical this year so nobody feels slighted?
All right.
All right,
That's
and
a good idea.
number one would be the ball bags.
Well, yeah, ball bags, of course, number one.
It would be number one either way.
Be number one either way.
Right.
Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
So
I'm looking at this team from the hitting to the pitching, and it's solid all the way around. I got nothing but studs.
really,
I mean, I got power, I got run scored, I got speed, and my pitching goes with Felix Hernandez, James Shields, Yu Darvish is going to be probably the MVP this year.
yeah.
C.J. Wilson, great bullpen, and Brian Wilson, Houston Street, and Sergio Santos.
I give
Solid.
I give you a lot of credit for backing off on that Derek Jeter pick.
Yeah, I did. I did back up
You-
on that back out because I have too many Yankees on my team. And as of course we know, the Yankees suck. So
Right.
I did pick one Yankee though, Robinson Cano.
No, he's a stud.
He's a stud, absolute
Yeah.
stud.
I
You
agree.
cannot bypass him on the first pick.
All right.
So yeah, ball bags. First place finish again. Gonna run away with this league.
Who's
Sorry,
this guy?
boys.
Who's this guy, Lorenzo Kane?
Lorenzo Kane. This guy, when you see this guy play, he's going to be my keeper next year. I can put that in now because this guy's going to be a stud. This guy's got the total package. Hits for power. He's got a lot of speed. And there's no stopping this guy.
All right, let's move on to the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
Jerry.
Jerry. Let's see what Jerry's got here. First base, Mark Reynolds and Carlos Pena. Wow, that's just not going to cut it.
How many strikeouts between the two of them? I'm thinking like 400.
There could be more. They could
Yeah,
set a
that's
record.
minus 400 right there.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Espinoza, another guy that strikes out a lot. Awful.
Yeah.
A-Rod, geriatric guy, he's not going to cut it.
No.
Lowry might be,
Yeah, he'll be the starter by
he
midseason.
might be, okay. But I see that outfield, other than Granderson and Bautista, pretty good power there. But other than that, I don't see much. And the pitching, Herron and Lee, that's it. That's all I see. So, Blue Jays, sorry to say, man, that looks pretty poor. That's a bad team.
Well, if you look at the relief pitches, it kind of sums up his whole team. Putts.
That's true. Putts, exactly. I
I can't disagree with that.
Sorry, Jerry. That team just does not look good. It
What
looks
about
pretty bad.
what about the
actually.
Braves? The Braves were in the finals last year, right?
The Braves were in the finals.
Now the
last
Braves
year.
took their 2 minutes pretty much every pick.
Correct.
So, it seems like they were paying attention. But then you look at the roster.
Yeah, let's look at that roster,
Oh.
Jack. Saltamataki and Montero are waiver wire guys. You don't even have a catcher.
He's a Red Sox player. You can't
Prince
even,
Fielder,
you can't
all right,
even
we got
pronounce
some-
his name.
Yeah. We got some power there with Prince Fielder. That's a good pick. Let's see. Brett Lowry, I don't see. Scudero, forget it. We got him out of Boston. We didn't even want him. Jeter, another geriatric guy. And the outfield looks absolutely terrible. Hamilton is not going to play 100 games this year. Other than, there's nothing else on that team. Hunter Pence,
And
Jay
Stubbs.
Bruce.
And Stubbs was just like
Horrible.
a mirage.
Absolutely. Oh,
you know?
that's a terrible team.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed with you, George. Let's look at the pitching.
Oh,
Sanchez, Lurie.
Ian.
Well, I see
Couple of good.
Frankie Kane and Ian Kennedy as three decent starters and a good relief pitcher in Craig Kimbrell, but that can't make up for that offense. That offense is anemic. So, George, sorry to say, I'm going to have to write you off this year. That's a pretty bad team.
All right. Let's move on to the Dodgers. Now, this guy came back from flying. I think maybe he had jet lag. Because look at this team.
Yeah, look at that catcher spot.
Awful.
Again, that catcher spot is terrible. Kurt Suzuki and Avila, I don't know where those guys come from.
Avila was a keeper, too.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Well, he had a flake year last year. He's not going to have that kind of year
All right.
again. Freddie Freeman, not bad. Ian Kinsler, okay, I'll go with that. Good second baseman. Middle infield is dreadful. Terrible. And the outfield, I do like Justin Upton. I think he's an up-and-coming star, but I don't think he could carry this whole offensive thing that he's going to need. He doesn't have enough power there at all, other than a couple guys.
Did he take B.J. Upton just so he'd have someone to room with, or what was that all about?
I don't know what was that. I have no idea what was that all about. Upton and Upton, so it's like the Johnson brothers, but it's the Upton brothers.
And what about Clayton Kershaw with the number 2 pick?
Clayton Kershaw with the number 2 pick. I'm going to make one statement. Clayton Kershaw is a very good pitcher, but not taking Pujols in that position will cost you the draft.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Dave. You're done. You blew it. You had Pujols. You cannot win without a guy like Pujols on your team. So, sorry, Dave. You must have had jet lag. I hope you won a lot of money in Atlantic City, though. Moving on.
Who's up now? Indians?
Indians.
Oh, boy.
Garcia Vega. Now, I gave him a lot of credit last year. He looked like he had a good team. But it must be these third shift. He can't pay attention anymore with these third shift, this work thing. So
no, I think he was wiping crust out of his eyes because there's some horrible picks in here.
Adam Dunn. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my God! Good
now,
thing he
took
took
Teixeira. There's a guy with 500 strikeouts. Hit 180 last year, by the way. Teixeira's okay though.
Right. I like Ryan Zimmerman. He got him, a few rounds in. That's a good pick.
Ryan Zimmerman. Outfield.
Look at the outfield. Other than Stanton.
Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Jose Reyes at shortstop, not bad. And his pitching staff, Barbara Billingsley? Are you kidding me?
Leave it to Beaver.
Josh Johnson, all right, I'll give you that. And Roy Halladay, you can't argue with that. But, Joe, you just don't have enough you don't have enough, Joe. Sorry. You just don't have enough.
And then he took Beetle Bailey as his relief pitcher.
Bailey is your...
I mean, we didn't even pick him. We're Sox fans.
Yeah, no, Beetle Bailey isn't going to cut it. I don't have good hopes for Beetle Bailey this year.
No.
And Joel Hanahan, I don't know where you got that, but sorry, Joe, you got a couple good guys, but you just don't have enough oomph to do anything.
Now, the Pelicans picked first.
The Pelicans had the first pick.
Takes Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera on the first pick. Again,
he passed on Pujols.
How do you take Miguel Cabrera over Albert Pujols? You're done. I mean, right there and then, if you're in the top 3, 1 or 2 picks, top 3, and you've got to take Pujols to have a shot.
I agree.
So I don't see it. I mean, he's a good hitter. Cabrera's a good hitter, but he's no Pujols.
No.
So I think he wrote himself off right at that point.
But he took Ryan Howard as a backup first baseman.
That guy's got a hole in the back of his leg. I mean, that guy is awful.
Yeah.
He's done. Weeks, I don't know. Longoria's not bad. Hanley Ramirez, he doesn't want to play third base this year. That's going to be a problem on that team. So I don't have high hopes for Hanley Ramirez.
Look at this outfield, though.
This is a
JV team right here.
Jason Worthless.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper, who's not even playing. Ichiro Suzuki. The guy can't hit it out of the infield.
He's got Billy Butler, though.
Billy Butler, okay.
Yeah.
Billy Butler. It's Billy's Butler,
Yeah.
David Price, I like. But other than that, that's a team of misfits.
Ubaldo Jimenez.
Tim Hudson, C.J. Lewis. Oh my God, that's pitiful. And
what's with the Irishman in the bullpen?
O'Flaherty.
We
saw him last week down the Clatter. He's the
I think he's a cop at South Boston somewhere.
I think he is. I'm not seeing much with that Pelicans team at all. That's awful.
Clippard?
Yeah, no, that's...
Never heard of him.
He's okay, but, there's nothing on that. That team does not strike me. Sorry.
No. All right, now the